Hey, what's up everybody? So this is going to be a Red Alert 2 game on Doom Patrol. It's going to be a classic Red Alert 2 map, one of the most classic maps of all time. Actually, it's not a classic at all, I'm just kidding. Because this map wasn't ever in Red Alert 2 until they added it or something like that. So this is Red Alert 2 mode, and I made a GI just to see how much weaker it is because they changed everything up a little bit.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
So we're scouting the map, and in Red Alert 2, what you want to do is on this map, since there's no Guardian Jet IFVs or anything, well of course IFVs are not super important versus another allies. Allies is just for air defense against Rocketeers and sometimes planes. But what you gotta do here is go 1 mile from War Factory and just start zooming out Grizzly tanks as fast as possible. And since they zoom out so quick, you might hit 0 money. So you might be thinking of going 2 miles from War Factory, but that's too risky because he's gonna be in your base trying to grizz you out with Grizzly tanks pretty soon. So I was thinking about it, I was like, this is way too risky. Just way too risky to do. So it looks like he might have won 2 miles from War Factory. He has 4 miners, so I think he does. He did. And I hit 0 on the money, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna boom boom. Just keep attacking his Grizzly tanks. Looks like I might toast this guy. No, I think he could spam sentry guns and win. So I decided to go for the power plant to get him low power. See if I could kill that miner. I was probably gonna beam back.
Unit ready. Securing position.
And remember that the miners, when they're dumping, you can't beam them back when they're dumping. So if you have 2 refineries, you could beam them back to the other refinery that's not dumping. And it looks like, you know, I thought I was ahead of him. And I actually did hurt him a little bit.
Training.
Destination commander, securing position.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Bound forward. On our way, sir. High speed. Vehicle ready. Drag. High speed, low drag. Rockets in the sky. They won't see us coming. Vehicle ready. Report. Outstanding.
Unit ready.
Fuel tanks are filled.
Unit
Vehicle
lost.
ready. Report. Outstanding. On our way, sir. Good to go. Destination commander. On our way, sir. I can go anywhere.
Unit ready.
Check out the view. Ready to roll. Unit reporting. Ready to reporting. On our way, sir. Clear view, sir. Vehicle reporting. Good to go. Clear view, sir.
Building. Building.
Unit reporting.
Training.
Good to go.
Unit ready.
So now I got my radar, which is good. He doesn't have a radar. And he's making IVs to shoot my Rocketeers, but I'm just gonna try to keep my Rocketeers alive. And by the way, I can't run into this GIs because I'm gonna lose if I fight GIs and tanks at the same time. Especially the fact that they absorb the blast. And I was like looking like, oh crap.
Unit lost.
Driver up.
Unit lost.
Rockets in the
Unit ready. Training.
all fired up.
Unit lost.
Clear out the place. On my way.
Reinforcements ready. Select target.
Rockets in the sky. Unit
Ore
reporting.
miner under attack.
So looks like, you know, he kinda won a tank fight sorta, but I got these Rocketeers and now he has to make IFVs. He's supposed to make IFVs, so it's gonna slow down those Grizzly tanks. But like if you only win with 1 tank, it's not gonna like it's gonna win the game or something. Win a little battle. Really wasn't a win, but I don't know, it's kinda. So I pair dropped him to try to distract him, and by the way, he's Great Britain, the United Kingdom. So his special weapon is snipers.
reporting.
Building.
Destination, Commander?
Unit lost.
Good day, Commander.
Building.
Always on time.
This IFV's barely hurt the grizzly tanks at all.
Construction complete.
So if I kill this IFVs, I could just come in with some grizzly tanks real quick.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
And some players have a hard time in mirror matchups because usually if it's allies versus allies or Soviet versus Soviet, you use a pillbox or a sentry gun and you jam them right when they attack you, especially on a small map like this, and then you just mess them up. So I'm gonna go in with the MCV. It's gonna be a
Allied schematics on hand. Shows on the road. Packed up and ready to roll.
He's gonna move it here,
Options. Building. Training. Unit
and then I can put pillboxes here now.
Good to go.
construction complete.
So it looks like he is trying to stop this Racketeers, but it looks like his IFVs disappeared.
Select target. Unit ready.
Oh, those are his dogs right there. And if he's fighting you with a swarm of dogs versus no dogs and your team, you could lose a tank fight pretty easily. You want to target fire, but after you target fire, they're gonna fire at the dogs again automatically.
Building.
Ready to roll.
So I'm paradropping my own base since my last paradrop didn't hurt anything at all.
Unit ready.
I'm gonna go over a battle lab because it's gonna keep going on and on. But if I want to try to get some technology, I'll get the advantage with some Mirage tanks.
Unit ready.
Ready. On my way. Fuel tanks are right. Unit reporting.
Building.
Oh, hello, sir.
And these are Red Alert 2 Mirage tanks. They're actually better than the Yuris Revenge Mirage tanks because they're harder to detect. You had to hit control and fire to fire at them. But they're the same power, the same strings as far as I know.
Ready to roll.
But something makes them like just harder to hit. Like
Low power. Building.
you can't target them manually. You had to control fire and fire at the ground in the spot that they are. So
Construction complete.
Mining.
I've got to get my one power plant to get my speed up a little bit higher. And by the way, I think that Mirage tanks build slower in Red Alert 2. I don't know if it's in comparison to Grizzly tanks or it's just slower altogether. I'm not 100% sure, but I know for a fact it is in comparison to the
Ready.
Grizzly tanks. So now here comes the snipers. It's like, oh shit, I was like, oh shit, he's Britain, he's like messing my guys up. Said he killed all my paradrop defense. And all I could really do is paradrop my own base at this point. Okay, so I got my electric back on.
Unit lost.
Oh, and I was like, oh shit, that was like my defense. I put his GIs there, so if he has a lot of grizzly tanks. If he rushes us miners, I had the GIs there to block him off. But now he sniped them all off. Like, oh crap.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Outstanding. Orders.
That's a lot of grizzly tanks.
Yes, sir. Bound forward. Unit reporting, sir.
Well, the snipers are freaking starting to get raw.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Repairing. Repairing. Unit lost.
See, he's not doing bad, but he runs too close to me and he gets hit with that pillbox is a mistake that he's making. But look how many grizzly tanks he still has. And now I got Racketeers of free firing at him without anything firing back at him. So I'm guessing that, I mean, it looks like he's going to be kicked out of my base.
Unit lost. Building.
Oh, he's not going back, huh?
Unit promoted. Unit ready.
Trying to stay down Mirage tank.
Unit lost.
So I pushed him out of my base.
Natural sanctuary. Yes, sir. Pushing away. Want some shade?
Unit ready.
Look natural. Aren't the trees lovely? Want some shade, sir?
So it looks like that plane's trying to shoot my Mirage tanks.
Cancel. Unit ready.
You see me? Soon.
They actually could do some damage to them.
I can go anywhere.
Construction complete.
Clear out the flag.
Reinforcements ready.
I'm like, oh crap. Free plane. But then he put up a Patriot missile, so
Unit
looks
lost.
like I'm not going to get it.
Unit lost.
I'm like, oh crap. So he got this Mirage tanks.
Unit lost. Low power.
I'll take the high road.
I noticed how they're building slowly, and then they actually make that
Target.
the prism tank. I was like, maybe I shouldn't have made this because he's spamming out grizzly tanks really, really quickly. And one more factory with grizzly tanks in Railer 2 is enough to give you a lot of stuff. And it just got shot too. It has less armor than the
Repairing.
other tanks do.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
So damn, I'm like, am I winning this or not? I don't know.
Unit ready. Cancel.
So it looks like we're both low on money. But he has that plane and stuff, and I got these Mirage tanks. But I really can't get a super lot of Mirage tanks because there's low money. So the technology might have been just a waste or not. I'm not sure yet.
Insufficient funds. Unit
Now he's
ready.
coming in with more grizzly tanks. So he's going all grizzly and IFE.
Unit ready. Building.
Ready as ever. Mining. I've got the knowledge.
So I actually had to repair this 2 Mirage tanks. There's 2 of them that are like in the red. If I could repair this 2 in the red,
Unit lost.
it could be really helpful.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
Nobody here but us trees.
Unit lost.
So he's snapping off my defenses, and I need this guys to defend. Because he's having so many grizzly tanks,
Ready.
and my tanks are all freaking banged up from his plane hitting me.
Mining. Tools of the trade.
So it looks like I almost got this healed. And I keep jamming him with pillboxes. Like, oh my god, this guy might kill me. Oh, he's got 2 war factories, so he's gonna be really, really going fast with grizzly tanks. But I wonder if he could even fund 2 war factories. I'm really wondering at this point in the game, but maybe he is. If he is, he's gonna have a lot of stuff.
Unit ready. Ore miner under attack.
Going mobile.
So there's my paradrops. And I was like, is there anything there that's gonna stop his paradrops? I don't know.
Laying low.
And he just sold off. I was like, oh my god, how stupid.
Unit lost.
I would have stole it off of him, but he thinks he would have lost. I think the sniper got me.
Lost.
Oh man, the sniper must have been far away for him to sell off like that. That's weird. But, so, repairing all my Mirage tanks. I'm getting enough Mirage tanks to freaking start rocking. Notice 2 war factories is a lot. I mean, he might just have me out tanked here. I'm not sure. So I actually had to stay on the defensive. I can't go on the offensive for quite some time until I feel comfortable to do so.
Unit ready.
Made for speed. Reporting for duty.
And I actually, this is really 2 more. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to on Doom Patrol. So I gotta, you know, realize it's a little different. And I'm using this miner as fodder.
Unit lost.
He's target firing at me, but
Unit
oh, that went really, really well. He's target firing at me, but some of the bullets might have hit that corner miner, and I just got the sniper off. So it looks like that might be it. That might be the battle that wins the game. So now I gotta see if I could finish him off or not now. And notice I got an elite Mirage tank. The elite Mirage tank is very strong, very, very strong.
Laying low.
select target.
It's got 9 range, which is almost as much as a prism
Unit
tank.
promoted. Unit ready. Ore miner under attack.
Regular Mirages have 7 range. So boom, boom, boom.
Unit promoted. Unit lost.
Yeah, so now it's just basically clean up. I got the game won.
Unit lost.
He has no way to fight back, and
Unit promoted.
he actually, both players could have played a little better. I don't know. I didn't make any major mistakes today. I'm not sure, but I mean, he did put me under grizzly pressure. But I just defended because attacking him would have been kind of stupid, and defending him because he keeps getting jammed by pillboxes. So you're gonna keep jamming him with pillboxes, and eventually, you know, build up
On hold.
enough prism tanks to where it gets to the point where they get really powerful. Even in a small group of like 5 or something, they start to really, really, you know, get the power amplified because of the fact that they do a lot of damage.
Ready.
They're really strong once you get a couple of them like working together rather than just 1 or 2. So good game. Thanks for watching, and try to get some more games for you lately.
Select target. Unit promoted. defeated.
Good game.
You are victorious.